Hello friends, in this short video, I would like to talk briefly about money and investments. First of all, when you want to make money, you should start early, not in the later. Of course, there are people who started late and still succeeded, but if you start early, it helps you a lot. It helps you tremendously. Then, secondly, you need to have a lot of patience and you don't get results overnight. It takes a lot of time. Then again, you should be frugal. You should only you should cut the cloth as per the coat. But unfortunately, people unnecessarily spend money. And so what you should do, you should be frugal. That means frugal doesn't mean that you should be cheap. So you should require whatever is required. So frugality is required, patience is required. You should have focus. You should focus on soft leadership rather than ownership. Ownerships can change, but it is a soft leadership, and leadership matters because you have to lead from the front. So these are all the aspects you have to make a note of. Apart from that, India is very strong and infrastructure is getting all right. Of course, still we need to emphasize a lot about infrastructure. When you look at China, infrastructure is very strong, and China's GDP is very strong, and US is undoubtedly number one. So now the challenge with India is that young people are there with an average population of 28 years and 1.4 billion consumers. So we have lots of advantages. So we have to leverage these strengths and so that we can grow. And according to the research, GDP is going to be very strong globally in the near future. Of course, we can't predict how it happens because it depends. It all depends on geopolitics. If then any war or external aggression comes, then things will change, and it will adversely affect the economy. So there are so many factors, but overall, India's growth story is very intact, and we have to emphasize on infrastructure, the young people, so that we can have a very strong GDP. So these are all the things. But currently, India is the fifth or sixth largest economy, and we are optimistic about the future and especially the young people. So these are all the advantages. So apart from that, when you want to make money in the stock market, uh, you have to focus clearly of what how you want to make money. We need to strive for first of all, the good news is that young people are very smart and brilliant, and there is a financial awareness. Of course, still financial literacy is yet to percolate strongly, but relatively there is a growing awareness about mutual funds, stock market in India. So these are all the positive signs we are having. So these things were missing in the past because I am already 63. We didn't have those kind of opportunities, and lots of challenges we encountered. So overall, the literacy is good, and people are very smart and brilliant. Gen Z are very brilliant. They are tech savvy. Of course, but again, the challenge with young people is that they have to focus more on mental health, and they should develop critical thinking skills and soft skills, and they should develop emotional intelligence, critical thinking, then again soft skills. So these are all the things they have to develop. These are the areas of a cause for concern for Gen Z. But overall, I am very much optimistic about Gen Z because we expect more and more people leading in the front. The previous generation was different. Now the current generation is different. The next generation will be more dynamic and volatile. But there are a lot of risks are involved. When you look at politically also, India is changing very fast. The traditional leadership is changing, and the political setup is changing, and new parties are coming, and young people are trying to bring the change. So these are all the positive symptoms for the country as a whole. So keeping these political aspects and other aspects, so we have to focus overall on this economy and growth. And when you want to build capital markets, you have to have financial awareness, and you can go for people go for real estate. In the past, people were emphasizing on various other avenues. Now they emphasized on real estate. Now people are emphasizing on stock market, and artificial intelligence is ruling. And then again there is a fear that artificial intelligence will be a bust. But overall, I am very much optimistic about artificial intelligence. We have to embrace artificial intelligence. Of course, there will be correction everywhere, but overall, we have to change with the changing terms and technologies, and we have to adapt with the technology. Things are very volatile and uncertain, so we have to we must learn to live with the realities, and we have to adapt with the changing times so that we can build a strong capital markets and a strong economy. So overall, India's growth story is very intact. So when you want to invest into, when you want to have decent returns in life or money aspects, you have to put little bit in real estate, because everybody will have, most of the people have their homes. That's one investment. Second thing, they should focus on capital markets. And everybody has got little bit of gold and silver. Indians have that they paid for gold. And let me share one more research is that densely populated countries like China and India, they emphasize more on gold and silver. And Indians have fascination for gold. So this is a reality. Everybody has a little bit of gold, either directly or indirectly. This is the advantage. Apart from that, little bit you can invest into crypto, and you can put into FD. FD is not recommended, but still you can keep little bit of money for FD. Then again, you have to keep some emergency fund for 3 months or 6 months to meet any kind of eventualities. So these are all the ideas and insights I am sharing with you. Let me share with you my challenge that I had a brain stroke 5 years ago. I am gradually recovering. Thank you for empathizing. Sometimes I am stammering due to the health challenges. The good news is that I survived, and I am recovering gradually. I request you to consider subscribing to my channel and sharing with your networks. Together we will build a better world. With gratitude.